flights connecting Israel and the UAE have been underway for a few weeks, and already an estimated 50,000 Israelis have traveled to the Emirates. Incoming tourism to Israel is heavily restricted due to coronavirus, but the country is preparing to welcome Gulf tourists as soon as skies are open.
Our hope is to get, 100,000 tourists per year from the Emirates. We are totally looking at this country as a significant source of tourism to Israel.
Israel's Ministry of Tourism last week hosted a digital tourism forum of Emirati and Israeli tour operators and tourism companies, showcasing the tourism offerings of Israel to the travel trade of the UAE.
Israel has everything to offer, from being a startup nation and having the cities who are international business centers like Tel Aviv and other cities, and through historic sites, because Israel is like the cradle of so many histories around the world. And of course, we are, I would say, a diamond of tourism with regards to all religions, whether if it's Islam or Judaism or Christianity and so on. We just, alongside of that, we have the most gorgeous beaches.
Separately last week, the first social delegation of young Bahraini and Emirati professionals and activists arrived in Israel. The tour, organized by Sharaka, an organization with the goal of introducing people from the Gulf to Israel, took the delegation all around the country, from Jerusalem to the Golan Heights, exploring sites of historical, social, and educational significance.
For example, Yad Vashem, the Holocaust Museum. We've been there. It's in Jerusalem, but it could be even in any other city in Israel. But I think that's a very important place, and I'm happy we've been there because after our visit there, the guys of the delegation told us that was the most powerful emotional experience of the week.
But what are potential visitors from the Gulf looking forward to most in Israel? It may not be a question of where to go, but who you meet.
So I believe Emiratis want to come here and they want to feel comfortable. They want to feel like home, which I actually experienced here. I feel like home. I meet people, I meet families, and I feel they're like my own families. This is what Emiratis want. And believe it or not, they're going to come here in huge numbers because Israel is an open country. They welcome everybody. The hospitality here is very similar to the hospitality we see in Dubai.
Israel's Ministry of Tourism sees big potential in what could grow between the two countries.
Starts from mutual marketing packages to both countries, which will add value and economic value to both countries. For example, I don't see why we cannot market, a tourism package of go see Tel Aviv and Dubai, go fly, fly Dubai and Tel Aviv, fly Abu Dhabi and Jerusalem.
For Israel and the Gulf, tourism potential is sky high.
Two high-tech cowboys from the Golan Heights took home first place in the Best International Startup category at the GITEX exhibition in Dubai last week.